Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Poppin Off. I am your host, Pd PopOff. How's everybody doing today, huh? You doing all right? You doing good? Doing great? Grand? Splendid? Huh? Good. So today, all right. So this is going to be like a two-layered fucking podcast, all right? I all right, so here it is, man. I'm just going to put my cards on the table. I got a confession to make to everybody listening. To everybody listening. It's a confession. Um, I don't feel good about it. It's been weighing a little bit on my mind, a lot of bit on my mind actually since yesterday. I'm not proud of it, and some of the things that I've learned in therapy, some of the things that I've just learned in life experience, some of the things that I've learned in the fellowships and fraternities that I belong to. It's a tale as old as time, right? Like confessions. Um, they they help you, right? They help you forgive yourself. They help you forgive your transgressions. They clear your conscience, right? Like in AA, there's a saying like you're only as sick as your secrets. So it's like I have to dispel my secrets so that I am no longer sick spiritually. And by spiritually, I don't mean like rubbing crystals and praying to the fucking gods. No, no, no. I just mean like spiritually, like basic spiritual principles. One of them being honesty, right? And if I don't confess, if I don't admit my wrongdoings, if I don't talk about them, they keep me sick, man. You know? And some things happened yesterday that I'm not particularly proud of. You know, for as evolved and as lightened as I think that I am at times, I still have these things that crop up in my daily life that remind me that I'm just human. I'm just Forrest Gumping my way through life, stumbling, making wrong decisions, you know, but it's a part of the human experience and that there's really nothing wrong with it and not to feel terrible about it. But then there are certain events that happen where I do it on purpose. I do it on purpose because I don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do and I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, well, fuck you, you know? And that's not a good, to be a spiritually enlightened person, to be an evolved person, right? Like, that's not necessarily a good view to have on things, right? Like, that's super selfish, super self centered. And, yeah, so this is a two-layer thing, right? First and foremost, I want to admit my wrongdoing. I want to make this confession. I want to get it off of my chest because it's been weighing heavily on me. And what better way to do it than to put it out in the public fucking stratosphere, the public atmosphere? Even though I only got like 2, 3 solid listeners, hey, it's out there for all eternity, right? There's no hiding from it, you know? There's no hiding from it, man. So I just want to apologize to Speedway gas station. I came into your business, I came into your place, and I absolutely fucked your bathroom up. And I want to apologize to the man that was waiting his turn in line to use the bathroom after me. You came in to a disaster. You came into, level 4 disaster zone. FEMA should have been called. FEMA should have been called. And I don't feel good about it, man. You know? But I was in a rock and a hard place, right? Like I did my business, and it was a mound, man. It was a fucking mound, which was insane to begin with. But then the toilet would not flush. It would not clog. Or excuse me, it would not flush. It stayed clogged. You didn't have a plunger. I'm not going to reflush the toilet and then flood your goddamn bathroom. So I had to make a decision. Do I leave this fucking mound in the commode and just briskly make my exit? Or do I run the risk of flooding the place? Well, I did I did what I had to do, and I did not run the risk of flooding the place. I left that mound in the commode, and that poor bastard that was waiting to use the bathroom, he was just a casualty of war. He was just a casualty of war, man. He didn't ask for it. He didn't ask for it. He did nothing to me, but you get what you get. And I'm ashamed, man. I'm ashamed, dude. So, Speedway, my condolences. I'm sorry that I fucked your bathroom up. I mean, I wash my hands, you know, but to whoever has to go in and plunge that fucking toilet, I am sorry. I'm sorry. But also, I'm not sorry, right? Because maybe I have given you the motivation and inspiration to pursue different avenues in life so that you don't have to unplug the toilet of a Speedway gas station after a big burly bastard named PdPopOff fucks up that toilet, dude. I feel better. I feel better. I feel lighter. Literally, after yesterday's events, I definitely feel lighter, and I am lighter. 2.6 pounds. Thank you. Um, yeah, I feel lighter. I feel like a lot's come. Yeah, it's just cathartic, you know. It was uh, it was rough, but we made it together. We made it through it, you know. So I just want to say thank you for listening to me and allowing me to get this off of my chest, you guys. Thank you, honestly, from my asshole to your hearts, or from my heart to your assholes, whatever way you want to look at it. it just thank you. Um, I almost lost, right? I almost lost. And if there's one thing that I want to stress to my listeners, I don't fucking lose, dude. Right? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't lose. In the Pop-Off household, we don't lose. We might take an L, but that's not a loss. It's a lesson. All right? And yesterday, I almost took an L, but I didn't. And on top, so, well, like I said in the beginning, this is a twofold podcast, man. Let's check this shit out. I almost took two losses yesterday. First loss, well, the first loss that you guys know about, I just told you. I almost flooded the Speedway bathroom, and I almost took that loss, right? But I didn't. Some dude waiting in line, and whoever had to plunge the toilet, they definitely took. They learned a lesson that day. I don't even want to say they took a loss, but they learned a lesson. Yeah, dude. The other loss came first thing in the morning, and I want you to hear this shit out. This is how I know that I am becoming a more spiritually evolved, patient, kind person. This is how I know. The proof is in the pudding. I come into work 6 o'clock. I don't even make it into the door, and I hear a bunch of hooping and hollering. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I look at my coworker. We're looking at each other like, what the fuck is this? We go in. As soon as I cross the threshold to the driver's room, my other coworker points his pen at me while he's shouting with our manager and says, "How about you have that motherfucker go do it? Why do I got to go out here and clean up his mess? I'm not here to wipe his ass." Little did he know that he was actually foreshadowing the events of later in the day. But nonetheless, I say, "What's going on, man?" My boss and my other coworker that are arguing and fighting, they're not even acknowledging me. So I felt it was best if I just piped down and let them have at it, you know? And my coworker, he's like, he's throwing a fit. He's throwing a tantrum. He's cursing out our boss, which no big deal. I've cursed my boss out before. He's cursed me out before. A matter of fact, we do it on the regular. No big deal. But it's never really like hostile. Now, my coworker and my boss, whenever they're talking to each other, cursing at each other, it is always hostile. When it's me and my boss, it's never hostile. I'm like, "Hey, fuck you." And he's like, "Yeah, fuck you." It's a term of endearment, right? Like, you got to know people and their personalities, you know? Well, anyway, this coworker, we'll call him Bill. He's wigging out on my boss, who we'll call Chuck. And you know, he kept deferring to me, like trying to bring me into the squabble, and I was just giggling because I'm just like, "You're all cooked. You're all a bunch of retards." And what I wanted to say was, Bill, how many jobs of yours have not only myself but other co-drivers had to go and fix or couldn't fix because you fucked up and by your own admission have stated that you don't care? That's why we don't rock with you, Bill. That's why we don't fuck with you, Bill, because you're selfish. You don't give a shit. You don't care if you inconvenience anybody as long as Bill gets his way, and you lack accountability. But you know what? Your boy didn't say that. I just kept quiet and giggled because I knew that not only did I know, but Chuck knew and the other co-drivers knew the deal. So we're all just looking, laughing, and shaking our heads like watching these two clowns go at it. And Chuck's a good guy. So I don't want to call him a clown, but when you go to the circus, it's kind of hard to tell which one's which. So Chuck finally tells Bill, "Hey, we're not going to be cursing at each other. You're not going to speak to me like that. I'm not speaking to you like that. Have a little respect and decorum." Well, Bill piped down. And then Bill shot back up and he says, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to like that? I'll talk any way I want to talk." And then Chuck said, "Okay, if that's how it is, you can go home. Do you want to go home?" Well, that got Bill's attention. Bill piped right down. So in the silence, your boy, Pd PopOff, says, "Hey, what happened? What'd I do?" And Chuck said, "Hey, you know those two jobs you did yesterday?" I said, "Yeah, man." And he goes, "Well, they called about it. You did it wrong." I said, "Oh, shit." Like, all right, man. Now Chuck and I, we already know about these jobs because I called him about them. Because I said, "Hey, these jobs aren't making sense. How should this shit go?" The order's saying one thing, but the notes are saying another. And he just said, "Use your discretion, man. If it's an issue, they'll call and we'll fix it." I said, "All right, cool." So that's what I did. And I'm not going to lie. I used my discretion at what was most convenient for me. That could be interpreted as selfish. Absolutely. But the understanding was is if it's wrong, we'll go fix it. No biggie. Well, Chuck put those jobs on Bill, and Bill was throwing a hissy fit. So, to show Bill what a goddamn man looks like, I said, hey, hey, so nobody's upset, so nobody's cursing each other out. I got a real simple fix for this problem. And Chuck goes, what's that? I go, just move the jobs to me and I'll go do it. It's not a big deal. It will literally take 12 to 17 minutes. Not a big deal. Well, that's what we did. And Bill said, you heard him. Put him on him. And Chuck had to tell him, hey, relax. And guess what? Now that Pete's doing your jobs, so you quit crying, you're going to be back early. And when you get back early, you need to sign that paperwork before you leave. So, to the listener out there, you might think that I took a loss because Bill yelled at me and freaked out on me and caused the scene, and because I took those jobs off of Bill, right? You might think, oh, you took a loss. Nah, we don't fucking lose, dude. You know why? Because I'm not the one who got out of work early, had to come back and sign paperwork because I got written up. You know? That's why Bill was in a fucked up mood. It's because he got written up for rear-ending a goddamn car. He got written up for doing a job that wasn't up to company standards. So he got 2 write-ups back to back. And they were egregious too. So Bill just felt it was necessary to take it out on old Pete. And that's fine. I'll be that guy. But I'll fix the problem too. Fixed it. Easy peasy. You know what I mean? Now, was I wrong? Absolutely. I did the job wrong. Oh, goodness gracious, your boy is human. Your boy is living the human existence. Your boy is wrong. Hey, sometimes your boy makes errors. Sometimes you, and you know what? If I go out on a limb here, they're not even errors. It's just a clerical error, miscommunication, right? Like, I'm not even wrong, dude. In that situation, wasn't even wrong. Made an assessment. It was the incorrect assessment, and we fixed it. You know? Yeah. So I just wanted to get that shit off my chest, dude. I wanted to get that shit off my chest because I pay extra for that. You know, if you're going to shit on my chest, you're going to pay extra for it, dude. I'm not cheap. All right. And with that being said, Bill, fuck you, dude. I win. You sign that fucking write up. You sign that write up, dude. And next time you're driving, dude, you don't be fucking hitting cars, dude. Next time you're driving, dude, you don't fucking hit garage doors. Next time you're driving, Bill, you don't deliver and do bullshit jobs and then claim innocence. That was the other thing. He started fucking arguing about the bullshit job. And wouldn't you know, Chuck asks me, he goes, Pete, look at this picture. What's wrong with this? And I said, ooh, that's rough, man. I said, this is wrong, and that is wrong. He goes, correct. I gave it to 2 of our other coworkers. Look at that. What's wrong? They said the same thing. He said, correct. And then he gave it to Bill, and Bill didn't even look. He goes, take a look at those pictures, Bill. Bill didn't even look. He says, look at the pictures, Bill. Bill didn't even look. Bill was doing his paperwork. He goes, yeah, what those guys said. And I go, hey, I'm not the one who delivered that by chance, right? And he goes, no. It wasn't you, Pete. That's what Chuck said. And then Bill, he chimes in. He goes, let me guess, it was me. And Chuck goes, yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, dude. Shit show. I didn't lose against Son of Santa. I don't lose against fucking, we'll call him Bill. Bill, I don't lose, man. All right? When Pd PopOff enters the goddamn office in the morning, dude, you say good morning. You greet me like a normal human being. Yes, dude. I win. Fuck you. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. If you're into stupid pictures, stupid memes, fucked up videos, dark humor, borderline racism, misogyny, misandry, bigotry, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic. If you're into all that funny shit, hey, send me a follow. I'm on all of it, man. I'm on the X. I'm on the Tik Tok. I'm on the Mark Zuckerberg. I'm on Clapper. I'm on the Rumbles. The Instagram. The YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. All the links are in the description. Off you fucking go, because I don't lose, dude.